and welcome back to 605 at 605. It has been a year, I believe, since we've done one of these. Kind of changing it up a little bit. Different little format here. It's going to be a lot more chill than it has been in the past. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Today, hanging out with Mr. Brady A. Myers.
Hello, hello.
I figured I'm going to call you Brady for the rest of it.
Yeah.
You get the A. Myers once.
Yeah, I can get that.
But, so yeah, Brady obviously is an actor. He's been in a lot of stuff. That's where he started. And he's kind of worked his way up into some crew positions and then all the way up to writer. So Brady's been doing it all, and we've been hanging out since the Wicked one?
2015 or 16, I believe.
It was,
When you came out with Requel is when I met you.
You came to the premiere.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that was 15. But we didn't meet.
Then we met on the set of Tiger,
until...
and that's when we really started talking.
Tiger. Oh my God, I forgot all about
that.
Did that movie even come out?
It did, but like no one watched it. And what's funny is I remember you were taking pictures on set, and Matthew Lagner, who's part of the Midwest Film Group, says, "Roman, quit posting these photos on the internet."
I don't recall any of this, but I probably did. I mean, Mickey Rourke was 10 feet away from me, so...
That was a stand-in.
Well, no, I was on set from when he came out.
Oh, okay, if you were there the day before.
I was there, yeah.
Okay.
I saw, yeah, because his stand-in... Oh, what was his stand-in's name? I met that guy. He was a cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember it for the life of me. But no, yeah, I was there for when he was there, too, and I don't remember getting yelled at, but probably. Because, oh, God, I'm the worst with names right now. What's Jack's buddy... Works on all the Cincinnati movies. Bigger guy.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but...
Oh, how am I forgetting his name?
Anyway, these people don't know.
Yeah, well...
but...
yeah, he, like, kept scooting me closer and closer to the front, because he was helping on the camera department.
Yeah.
And, like, every time, we'd reset scenes and stuff, he'd be like, Roman, come up here.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So I was just getting closer and closer, and then because Harry McCain was ringside.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and I could see Harry. I think Harry was in some of my photos.
Yeah.
That's funny. I got yelled at for that. So then, Tiger, and then the Wicked one. When we really got to know each other.
Yeah.
That's when he punched a hole in a wall.
So
I was probably 80 years old. I
got casted in this movie to play Silas Crane. In other words, he was basically John Wayne Gacy. And I played this crazy clown when the Wicked One escapes in the mental asylum. And the director says, "I want you to throw him at this wall." And I did. Well, the actor kind of went a little bit in the drywall, about 2 or 3 inches.
Who was it that you
It was, there was an extra...
It wasn't Shane, was it?
No, it was Dylan Evans' dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Zivin Ellens, he's an actor as well.
He was an extra in Wicked Ones.
He was an extra in both, yeah.
Yeah.
And I did that. By the way, I didn't injure him, I just got caught in the moment.
They were just sparring.
They were just sparring. It was acting, and... Well, anyway, I told him I would pay for it, and the organization
he punched a hole. So, one wall was brick.
Yeah, one was.
The other wall was, like, plaster that was, like, 80 years old. And rather than throw the dude into the brick, Brady just goes, "Fuck it," and throws him into the... And there's the hole.
I was in character.
He walks right up to me. I'm on set, we're trying to figure out camera angle. "Roman, can I talk to you real quick?" I'm like, oh my God, what does this guy want? Just points at it.
And
he goes, we were wrestling around and just took it a little too far. And I looked at Brady and I said, "You weren't even on camera. The camera was pointing the other direction. They were just so in character and new and just like, we're going for it."
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, the camera wasn't even looking at you.
I think Wicked One was probably my 3rd or 4th time on set. Yeah, that was a fun day. I always like staying in character. And I wasn't even paying attention to the camera as I was just focused on the scene. Anyway, yeah, I did put a hole in this place, and I offered to pay for it, but they never billed me. They never billed 605.
They never billed us.
I mean, Roman was so pissed he didn't talk
Carnegie
to me the whole
Hall,
day.
shout outs to you. Yeah, I was pissed. Oh my God. I mean, this was like this was the biggest scale production we had done. And this was the first time we were renting a property from people, and we were like, yo, this place is going to look better when we leave than when we showed up. And then we punched a hole in their wall.
Yeah, it's...
But, you know, they were remodeling the building already, so chances are they were just like, screw it, we're going to get to these walls at some point.
Yeah.
And I guarantee if we go back... You know what would be so cool? We should try to go back there and film like like what it looks like now.
Yeah.
We should do it in 2021 and do it like a 5 years later.
Yeah.
And try to visit all the first location. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be.
That'd be cool. Tori, you hearing us? We should do that for the 5-year anniversary. Yeah. That'd be fun. Because, yeah, they've had to completely remodel that building by now.
Yeah, they probably did, yeah.
Because that was 2016, and they had already had 1 or 2 floors were done. The top wasn't done. The middle was done. The basement wasn't done. But real cool building. Real cool stuff. But yeah. So, since 2016. And then after that, we actually kind of started hanging out more.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
I went from just being a minor actor in one of those productions to actually being part of the production. Now I've run sound with them.
When was the turn?
So...
It was after Scream for Summer, right? Or were we kind of...
It was during Scream for Summer, although I was not... I was a minor... I was an extra. But at the same time, I did make my short for Corey with Studio 605.
Was that before Scream for Summer?
Because we filmed at the premiere. It must have been during the same time. It was 2016?
I think we filmed it after Scream for Summer. But we had it edited before... the premiere. Okay,
it was surprise. I just knew it was around that time.
I thought we did it in like when did we film Scream for Summer? What time of the year? That was summer, right?
It had
it was like April, May. Wasn't
it had been either 2016.
No, that was 17.
17. It was after which one?
Yeah, that was 17. But I'm trying to remember. I think it was April, May, if I'm correct.
I filmed.
It wasn't warm yet because when I had to jump in the water. That shit was freezing, and we had to pretend it was all warm and summer fun.
So my shift probably changed after I decided to write and direct a PSA for suicide awareness, which you can find YouTube for Corey, Studio 605.
Yeah, it's on our Facebook page, too, under videos. But, yeah, it's very easy to find. Corey with a EY.
Yeah. And so I said to myself, this was a short that, I dedicated to my best friend who did end his life. And I wanted to talk about suicide because I didn't feel like it was talked about enough. It didn't start out as a PSA, but it was something like, hey, you know what, let's end it as a PSA. So that's when I got more creative. Like, yeah, I like acting, but I want to control the environment.
That's when you kind of were like, there's something with writing.
And then 2019 is probably the first time I started running sound as a boom operator for... Studio 605, did that for that Wicked one, and then a few other commercials.
Which film did you start on with me?
It was Inverted.
It was Inverted. That's right. Inverted was the first time you did sound, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was
Did you even do a short before that with me? Or did I teach you?
No, you taught me like on the spot on Inverted.
And he's got it down now.
Yeah.
Now I feel so bad when I do a project. So I'm like, I don't want anybody but Brady to do the sound. But it sucks that I'll keep making Brady do the sound.
The reason I did this is because, I started as an actor. I always wanted to be an actor. Well, acting positions aren't always available. So I said to myself, gotta learn crew.
You know what the thing is with acting? Because I like acting. I've done it enough. But it's definitely not my primary thing. But the thing about acting is... There's roles. You hear that? That's my dog.
Yeah.
That's my husky outside. But the thing about acting is, so there's not always roles. And then when roles come up, a lot of times you have to fit the role. Mm-hmm. It just comes down to they don't look right or they're not the part. You know what the thing is, though, with crew, they don't give a shit what you look like. You good at your job, you can get on the movie. With acting, it's like, bro, you're good, but sorry. So I don't know. Acting's almost on the side, like, because once you get in on the project, it's like, hey, let me get a little. What's a little 2-line character that I can do? You know what I mean?
Oh,
I feel like I can squeeze in a lot easier.
I feel like crew could, you could easily fill cameos and
crew,
stuff.
Anybody can do. They're like, we don't care who you are, come and do crew. But with acting, it's like you just don't look like you'd be that guy's brother.
Exactly,
I mean?
exactly. When it comes to acting, he's got to fit a certain character. My first film I was an actor of was called All for Nothing, and that was a movie about the Underground Railroad. Talk about diverse casting. I mean,
for your first film, though, you did great.
Yeah,
But when I first saw that at the theater, I didn't know that's what you did first. Like, I'd already known you by then. So by the time I saw it, I was like, oh, I wonder what he did before. And then you were like, that was it. And I'm like, oh, shit. Well, for starting off, it was pretty good.
Yeah, and, you look at... Here's a good example. You can't have a white actor play a slave in the 1800s. I mean, if that's your inversion, that's your original idea, go for it.
Reverse whiz?
Yeah, it's...
No.
Wait, actually, since we're talking about this, there is a movie called Cracker coming out.
Coming out?
Coming out, and it's white people... I don't know if you want to air this. I'm just saying.
We're good. No, we're talking about it now.
I saw a trailer for a movie called Cracker. And it showed white people as slaves, and it was type it.
I am.
Crack. I saw the trailer on cable.
Cracka, like with...
Craka.
Like that?
Yeah, put in film.
Alright. Oh my god, the first thing that popped up was trailer.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's for cracks. Oh wait, Cracka, there it is. It's real, guys. We're not gonna play this right now. I don't know.
We should play that. It's a commercial break. I don't know
if we could play. We'll watch it at commercial break.
Oh, we might get copyright infringement.
We might. So I don't think we can show it, but we're gonna talk about it.
Anyway,
when we come back.
What I'm trying to say is that certain people can't fit certain roles. I'm a little heavyweight guy, so I always fit bigger roles. I always fit like
comedy relief.
Comedy relief, that's a big one. Big guy has got to be funny. It's a stereotype.
The Jonah
but,
Hills. It's just that's what it is. It's a stereotype. Yeah. It's in all the writing.
Yeah, and I do believe crew on indie sets. Yeah, anyone can do. I wouldn't say anyone, but
not anyone can do anything. But if you don't have to look apart.
Yeah.
You don't look at people. You can't be a boom guy because you don't look like you'd be friends with the camera guy.
And another thing about talent is when it comes to actors, in the past, if you're easy to work with, the production will work with you again. But if you are difficult to work, this is indie film. This isn't Hollywood.
He's preaching right now.
Indie film, sometimes we're filming on a shoelace budget. Sometimes my first time learning sound, I didn't get paid, but that's not the point. The point is when you got an entire crew who have a full-time job somewhere, and if an actress isn't actress isn't helping this crew do their job right or be on set on time, that's
if you're being toxic, you're poisoning the production.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that.
If you're easy to work with, we'll work with you again. And talent is a big thing. Yes, I do look for realistic talking points, facial movements, facial features. That's what I look for. Mannerisms.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I get what you're saying.
That's what I feel like. And another thing I don't like about younger actors is, and I was like this too, they just glare at the script right before shooting and says, I'm ready. And you could just tell because it looks like they're reading the script in their head that they don't know their lines. And that sucks for production because guess what?
That's when you claim you're an improv.
My favorite shot is the oneer. Is the one shot where it could be...
It's a good shot.
I like the POV style. I like the one shot because that can make such a good scene. It makes it more tense depending on what you're doing. And you don't know your lines. You just ruin that shot.
Man, I remember when we did the first Wicked one when we were at the Institute. I wanted to do a oneer with, it's when Deb Perkins' character, she runs the Institute. Mm-hmm. when her character meets the two in the front, they have a huge conversation on the script. It's like a page and a half, almost 2-page dialogue, and it's from her just walking them through the building. Well, if you remember, it was hardwood floors everywhere, and I'm like, we are not walking and talking. Like, we're not going to hear anything. So the only way to go around it without cutting a bunch of weird ones was to make them do it in a oneer. And I mean, I think it was almost 2 minutes. And we probably had to have done 17 takes. But I don't blame them. That's a lot of lines. And if you don't come at least half prepared, especially when we spin it on you, like, they weren't even prepared for a oneer. We were like, all right, guys, you're going to have to deliver all of this in one take.
Yeah, it's
like, we sprung it on, and like, better know your stuff. Like, that's part of the business sometimes.
I mean, if a crew member doesn't come to the set prepared, bringing whatever gear he wants, they're fired on the spot.
Well,
Sorry,
I've forgotten a lot of gear. Let's be honest.
Well, you know,
let's be honest.
We cut back when it comes to indie filmmaking because that's all we got. But you know, I think an actor needs to know their lines, top to bottom. I mean,
it's pretty much one of your only jobs.
It's one of your only jobs, and you make it believable. And
but the same goes for crew members, and it gets overlooked a lot. You know, if you're doing a project and the director's like, "This is my vision," and say you're the cinematographer, but you haven't. You know, and the director's telling you, this is what I'm looking for, this is the vibe I want, this is the feeling I want, and you don't go watch any of those movies, that's you not memorizing your lines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's so many times where, you know, that happens, and it's just, how do the crew members not know? Like, it's one thing for the actors to not forget, you know, not remember lines and stuff like that, but it goes out to crew members too. You've got to know what the vision is for the project, and if you're not willing to at least get on YouTube and watch a trailer for a movie, the director was like, you know, this is kind of what I was thinking for the color.
That's another thing I've noticed on sets. Certain producers will argue with the director of the vision of it, or a writer might get involved, and that does become messy. You just gotta make sure you're with someone that's very like-minded. That's why I like working with Roman. We are at the same level. We kind of like the same things. We know what each other we like.
We had our
want.
Trial and error to find each other, basically.
Yeah.
To work that out, and you have to go. And that's what sucks about. I mean, and within any industry, not just our own.
Yeah,
it's finding like-minded people is a bitch.
I think I've learned more. Experiencing through film than I think I would personally if I got a degree. I mean, that's just my opinion because I've learned more and I'm learning. And it's an industry personally, you know, with technology advancing every day, it's constantly changing left and right. Certain techniques you learn from other directors. That's why I like working on other people's sets, not just his.
Agreed.
When I was on Killing the Sacred Deer with Colin Farrell and Nicole Kidman in Cincinnati, I was just an background extra for a scene. I liked seeing him direct, and it was a very, it was interesting seeing him direct, and he did get, you know, pissy at sometimes. He yelled at like a poor PA. You could tell she was still in college, and he said something about changing the lenses. Tell the AD up there to change the lenses to something else. And she goes, what was the name of that lens again? And he went, oh, fucking hell. And, you know, everyone's just watching, and then they go like, okay, ready for take one. And we were just like...
Everybody's like, all right, let's reset back to one.
I've been on sets where, you know, you got to respect your actors, too, or your crew and actors. You got to respect
anybody.
You got to respect each other.
Them all the way down to the extras, man. And then the extras... In all seriousness, you need to respect almost the most.
I notice sometimes with actors, you know, they get pushy or pissy, dramatic, pompous with you. You got to give that attitude right back at them to show that how you're treating each other. Sometimes on certain people.
It depends on the person. You have to gauge, because, like, you know, I don't talk to you how I talk to my brother.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to.
Well,
gauge your
that's another
scenario.
thing. When you're working on a set, you gotta treat it like a work site. Yeah, we're all here to have fun, but certain jokes or certain things
talk
other
to
people might
everybody
not
the
like.
same way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta be a professional, and I understand the actor's point of view as well. Sometimes they're stressed. Sometimes it's their first time on a film set. They might jumble, forget their lines. I respect that. But I know the difference between people who make a mistake and purposely did not read their lines.
Mm-hmm.
That happens all the time. Some people say, oh, that crew member walked over there and it messed up my eye line. Okay, we'll do another take, and that won't happen, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But don't yell at my crew member like Christian Bale did.
Man. Have you seen the video the guys made where they it's like because it's an audio excerpt from when that happened, and these guys filmed a video of them making it was like basically a no budget version of the Terminator set, and it was just with the audio, and they had the guy who was Christian just blurred out, but like the Terminator was guy in like a cardboard box spray painted silver, and like the boom guy was like just like a broom with like it was just like the most like poor set, but it was
practical.
Just, it was so funny though, because like this guy was just like tearing apart the set. And it was just this nothing set,
And I think that's something you're going to see in every set. There's going to be drama or whatever, and it's sometimes
that's with any creatives.
And let's take Inverted for example. There's hardly little to no drama on that set, but outside forces, 90-degree weather during a record heat wave, humidity as high as can be. We had to wear towels. We had our shirts off, filming.
Just based off of the weather. In the time of the year, it was just like one of the worst.
We filmed
things.
in a house with no air conditioning.
Yeah, it wasn't anybody mad at each other. It was just like
that was
Mother Nature.
That was my first time being a crew member, and my body's not used to working 12-hour shifts, 6 to 12-hour shifts.
That's the worst. That was the worst way to introduce you.
But all we did to get through it was take Advil, relax, other things.
Icy hot, man.
Icy hot. Stretching, he asked him. I was like doing yoga between sets. I had to do yoga because I was sore all over my body. And I remember
we were in like you said, the abandoned house, no AC.
The biggest defeat was when one night we were getting all these lights set up. The sun was going down. It's dark, and we realized one of our cords isn't working, so the whole scene got scrapped that night. And I was like, that just felt like defeat. It just felt like you just got defeated in battle.
You remember when we were, it was like, I think 1 a.m. maybe? We were trying to get done really, really quick. We were in the attic filming. And it was the last shot. Like, once we got this, it was, all right, cut. That's a wrap for the night.
I was ready to sleep.
Everybody go home. Everybody's ready. Like, and it's an easy shot. It's like, it's coverage. It's not even like a scene.
Yeah.
Like, we got the scene. We just need this one pickup shot. And as soon as I yelled action,
the lights went out.
The generator died.
Yeah.
And we had no gas on set.
Yeah.
And we ended up did we run it off my electric generator?
I remember just running down there, and I said, hold on, let me check on it real quick. And I got started again.
Yeah, and I think it was just on long enough. It was running on.
I literally threw down my gear.
I'd say the lights came on for like another 5 minutes.
That was another thing about the generator. We had this generator in basically this makeshift, torn down outhouse. That was basically what it was, right?
It was an outhouse, yeah.
It was an outhouse. That's how we put the generator there, covered in tarps, so we wouldn't hear the sound of the generator in the house. But every now and then it got messed up. It either ran out of gas or something was going on with it.
Murphy's Law.
And I go in and I pulled it like 5 times. My arm's killing me. I pull it real hard. Next thing you know, this loud pop came. My ears popped. My ears are ringing.
It was a gunshot.
I'm screaming. My hearing was muffled for probably like a solid 3 minutes.
He thought he lost his hearing.
I thought I lost my hearing. I'm the sound guy.
He was freaking out. He's like, bro, I can't hear.
I'm just like this. I was like this for 3 minutes, just trying to hear stuff, and then finally my hearing came back, and I was so scared. I'm like, I am not touching that generator anymore.
What was it? It was the carburetor blew or something.
Something blew up, yeah.
Because we ended up having to get a rental to finish it out because it was my generator that blew up.
It was it was so scary because, you know, I'm pouring gasoline in this generator, and yeah, some spilled out. And then when you're pulling the cord, you see a spark every now and then. I'm like, oh God, this is how I'm gonna die.
He's like, this is just a metal.
This is my episode of 1,000 Ways to Die.
This is just a metal tank full of gas with fire.
It's just a bomb. I mean, really.
I'm just holding a bomb. That's funny. All right, we're gonna cut to a commercial break real quick, and then we will come right back. And we're back. All right, so I have these little trivia facts. They're like movie trivia facts, and we're gonna see if Brady's a little close or a little off. All right.
Oh, okay.
These are. We talked about this earlier today. These are. How should I? What's that sound? That's what we're gonna call this game. What's that sound? So I'm going to tell you a scene from a movie.
Okay.
And you tell me what the sound design or the Foley actually is.
Okay.
Alright? The T-Rex roar from Jurassic Park.
The T-Rex roar, we just saw it. It's a...
No, you saw the Velociraptor. I didn't show
Oh,
you
you didn't show me the T-Rex. Is it an animal?
Oh, yeah.
It's an animal. Is it a mixture of a dog?
The roar itself is pretty much just one animal.
Okay, I think it's a dog, isn't it?
No.
It's not?
Think bigger.
Bigger? A lion?
Think bigger. You're getting in the right
whale.
continent, though.
Okay. Elephant.
The baby elephant.
It's a baby elephant.
Like when it actually just like... Yeah. Baby elephant.
Okay.
That's what it does.
That's pretty amazing.
Right? Alright. The Indiana Jones Boulder scene where it's rolling down behind him.
Is that a garage?
No. When it's the sound of the rock.
Yeah. Just
rolling behind him. What's the sound?
Oh, it's not a garage opening? That's what I was...
For a rock? No.
Wait, I'm trying to think.
The big rock in Indiana Jones.
I know. This,
yeah.
I know the scene. I'm just thinking, what could it be?
The sound design. Yeah.
The sound design. Is it like something scraping against something else?
No. No scraping.
I don't know.
2 more guesses. You get 3 guesses.
Okay. A can opener.
No.
Okay, I'm just thinking. I'm just trying to picture the sound and thinking what it could be.
If I was smart, I would have had it queued up for you.
It's not something being rolled or.
Yeah.
Bowling? Is it a bowling ball?
No. It was. It's not even fair.
Is it off the wall? What is it?
It was a station wagon going down a hill on gravel with the engine off.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that at all.
If you would have said car, I would have gave it to you.
Okay.
But it was a station wagon
Yeah.
going down a gravel hill with the engine off, just in neutral. That's what the sound design was. Alright, and the last one.
Okay.
Alright. For Lord of the Rings. Alright. The wizard fight. Alright. What was the sound design for, like, when they used magic? Like, when they were using their wand, the force itself?
Yeah.
What was, like, that, like, sound?
It's like a whoosh sound, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's real... It's simple. It's not like a car going down a hill with the engine off.
Is it a fan? Is it a tennis racket? The sound? Oh.
That's a good guess, though. I've used tennis racket in movies for sound. One more.
A bat.
No.
It just sounds like something swinging.
It's literally just wind gust and fingers on glass to get the bodies going across the floor.
Wow.
It's literally just wind.
And that's marble floor, so that's what you would sound.
And on the glass, they just went to the window in their office and just for all the body slides.
That's pretty amazing. I mean, sound design alone, you know, you could take an ordinary house, something from your house, and it'll match a scene for something that you wouldn't even think of.
Yeah, in Wicked Ones, there's a scene where this door shuts, and it's a really cool looking door on camera. It's really cool to look at.
Yeah.
But the door actually sounded like shit. I did not like how it sounded in post. It wasn't cool enough. It wasn't epic enough.
Yeah.
And I showed it to Brady after I'd already created it, and he was like, "Yeah, that sounds cool." Then I was like, "Yeah, it's a garage door being slammed down."
Yeah, exactly.
With a reverb, just to get that sound, you know.
Yeah.
It's weird how what sounds we use to visuals.
People who aren't in the film industry, when you're looking at sound, hearing sound, it impacts the scene in such a different way, you know. When there's a jump scare in a horror film, the right sound, you know, that is going to make you react. And when you see fight scenes, and I don't know what they do, I think they just hit pounds of meat or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just that sound. You could just almost picture it being hit, your face being hit, or when someone breaks their bones or something, you get that snap.
The snap.
Just right. People are going to go, oh.
You know, for the snap, you freeze celery.
Yeah.
And then the water will freeze inside the celery. And when you snap that celery, you'll get that it's an awful crunch.
But
it's like a really hard crunch.
I've heard of that for neck.
But the water that's in there gives it like that almost blood wetness, that sound that you would imagine with it. And yeah, if you're twisting a neck, you just twist the celery right next to the mic. Celery, you can freeze a lot of different vegetables and get really cool sounds out of them.
And another thing is, when you want to learn about the film community and you don't know where to start, I think YouTube videos alone, Film Riot, is a good place to start. I mean,
that's what I did. I didn't go to film school. I learned everything off of Film Riot.
I mean, that's what you gotta do. You know, you're in the independent film industry. You gotta be. You don't have money for college.
You gotta be independent.
Yeah. Gotta be independent. You work the right connections. You meet a few people. People notice you. You start getting bigger projects in the future. And, you know, 605 has progressed. I've seen it from starting out to people are
7 years.
People are starting to recognize this in the Midwest, I believe.
Well, thank you.
I think they are. You said
we're working on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's taken 7 years. It hasn't gone anywhere. But you have to put in the work and the dedication. That's what passion is, though.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to do a quick transition, and then we'll be back with Drinks with Brady.
I am a bartender, by the way.
He's licensed.
Yes, I did go to bartending school.
All right, and we're back.
Hello.
All right. With Drinks with Brady. So, what Brady's gonna do here is he's gonna tell us what this drink is. He's gonna make this drink, and so that you guys can make it at home. All right, and take it away.
All right, I have completed bartending school. I bartend at a restaurant in Harrison called Margaret Street Grill, and we mostly make martinis. Now, tonight, I'm going to be making you what I call a poisoned apple. Now, like all recipes, not just bartending recipes, everyone has their own version of a poisoned apple. Well, this is my version. This is what we call absinthe. Absinthe is it's a liquor that was made in the 16th century. And it was because grapes there was a wine shortage, so they made this liquor instead, and it's called absinthe. And the main ingredient it's in wormwood. Now, this is not Americanized absinthe. Americanized absinthe is made on lower proof. They make it less strong on purpose, and they don't include wormwood because due to FDA regulations, it's considered toxic. However, They have confirmed in the EU and World Health Organization that it is not in small amounts. So, this is actually derived from Germany. This is a real bottle of absinthe.
Real shit?
This is real. Yeah, you've had it before.
Okay. This is the real stuff.
So, right now, that says 69% alcohol. To put this in bigger sense to you, the average whiskey, depending on the brand, is 30 to 40%. That's 69. 151 rum, that's 73% alcohol. This is 69. So, this is in between whiskey, very strong whiskey, and 151
top
proof.
Tier whiskey.
Yeah. So it's
What's
pretty.
moonshine?
Moonshine. Well, that depends on the distillery. That could be. It's going to be over 100 proof if it's real moonshine.
Okay. Jesus.
So this is strong stuff. So I'm gonna make 2 drinks for the both of us. But for a single, to make a drink for yourself, you just make 1 ounce. Now, how do you do a 1 ounce pour?
Real quick, how do you get the real shit?
Oh, you can go online and type in absinthe. This is a
Does it say Hamlet?
Yeah, it's called Hamlet because of the skull. And the scene in Hamlet. It's the shape of a skull, and you can go on Hamlet. Type in the Hamlet absinthe bottle, and you can get it online. The only thing is, though, you'll be paying $80 for a bottle, plus $40 in shipping. And thank God this was only a Christmas gift. I didn't buy it myself. I just wanted a real bottle.
But I mean,
of
if you want some real stuff, yeah, it's gonna run you a little bit.
this
$120.
This is the good stuff. This is the real absinthe that they just started making because America actually a 100-year ban on absinthe until recently.
100 years?
Yeah, 100 years because they thought wormwood was making people go crazy. It wasn't going crazy. This alcohol is so strong that people were chugging it like it was shots, and they were getting mad drunk. It's just alcoholism. It's not the wormwood. So I'm gonna pour 2 ounces. Now, to do a 1 ounce pour, you do an 8 count. What's an 8 count? So this is an 8 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 1 ounce.
So you count.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you want to do a half ounce, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
So we do another ounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's, as you can see, it's a very dark green. It's not until it goes through into the glass you can start to see how green it is. I know.
Yeah.
Now, to get another ingredient of the poison apple, a sour apple pucker. This is peach schnapps that is apple flavored. This is basically the main ingredient to the classic appletini, which is vodka and sour apple pucker with sweet and sour. So I'll be using 2 ounces of this, and unfortunately this doesn't have a spout. This is a cheap liquor bottle, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. So that to me is about 2 ounces. And then we are going to put sweet and sour. What is sweet and sour? It is lemon juice, sugar, water. That's it.
That's it.
You can make it at home, but some more expensive bars do it on their own each day to make it more fresh. But you can just buy this as about a $5 bottle.
Just a basic mixer.
Yeah. It just depends on where you buy it. So it's just a basic mixer just to give it to more flavor. Another thing about absinthe is that I should go into. This is not to be drinking straight. You're supposed to pour 1 ounce in a glass. The rest is chilled water, and then stir it with a sugar cube. That's it. It's 1 part absinthe, 2 parts water. Because this stuff's so strong, you gotta cut it with water.
Is it Eurotrip where they...
I think, yeah.
Drink it and he sees like the leprechauns and shit?
This has been...
Because I remember... People hallucinate or something with this,
People have hallucinated on bad batches of absinthe.
Okay.
It's like moonshine. You can go blind on certain moonshines.
So if it's not good absinthe, you can...
Yeah.
Okay.
It just depends on how it was bottled or distilled.
How pure it is.
And another thing is, this is what they call the bohemian liquor, which means it's always been the artist's drink. Ernest Hemingway would drink absinthe. He actually has a cocktail named after him by pouring this into champagne. And then we have...
champagne? Have you tried that?
I have. It's called a Death by Afternoon.
Wow.
Edgar Allan Poe, he even says he quoted on the absinthe, which at the time was nicknamed the Green Fairy. So this has always been a cocktail.
That's what they see in Eurotrip.
Yeah, people said they've seen a Green Fairy.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If you're drinking large amounts of alcohol at one sitting, I think you'd see anything. I mean, that's with any alcohol.
Yeah, which is another reason I don't drink.
So now we're going to pour in the sweet and sour.
I don't drink, and we're going to go with absinthe.
Okay.
Whew.
Now what I'm going to do is give this a good shake. By shaking the ice, it actually makes the drink a lot colder.
Makes it colder?
Yeah, it does, because it's going in there. Feel how cold that tin is. It wasn't like that a few seconds ago.
Really?
Yeah. And because cold is...
all kinds of science.
Yeah. And then, like a martini, we will strain it. And I'm making 2. Oh, hold that.
Alright.
And now we're going to top it off with Sprite.
Alright, I can handle that.
And the reason why I didn't put the Sprite into the shaker is because, due to the carbonation, it would explode.
I'm glad you didn't do that.
that thing would just pop off like a champagne cork, and it would go everywhere. And now to top it off, because I love garnishing, Marcerino cherries.
Marcerino?
Yep.
Is that a type of cherry? Or just
Yeah, it's just a sweet, the ones you put on desserts.
Okay. I don't eat cherries, so that's why I don't know.
And that's where I get a poison apple. So you go ahead and try that and tell me what you think.
Poison apple.
Poisoned apple.
Alright. Who was it? Which Disney princess had the poison apple?
Snow White.
Alright. Alright, here we go. I'm not used to martini glasses.
Oh, wow.
It tastes like... Jeez.
I should tell everyone,
Black licorice.
absinthe is a black licorice taste with a hints of vanilla.
It tastes like you're drinking black licorice.
With a bit of a sour aftertone.
Yeah. Yeah, you can taste the sour from the, what was that? The sweet and sour mixer?
Yeah. Here's another tidbit fact from a bartender.
That's good.
When you mix carbonation in any alcohol, you get drunk quicker. Another thing is, when you drink with a straw and you have carbonation and alcohol, you get drunk twice as quick.
With a straw?
There's no oxygen in the straw when liquor is being passed through.
Really? So if you drink with a straw, you're going to get drunk faster?
Yeah, like if you're just like,
Would that
just
count
drunk
like
on a straw.
anything? Like even beer? Like if you drink that with a straw? Or does that have to be
could,
like a liquor?
You could. I've heard some people doing that, but
I knew
liquor,
someone who drank a beer through a straw. That's why I'm wondering.
Yeah. I guess if you're poor and you want to get drunk quick, I mean, that's the way to do it.
Woo! That's good. I'm glad you're driving.
And I honestly think it's a good Halloween cocktail. It gives
It's a perfect Halloween cocktail.
green. It's just, that red and green. That's just the perfect colors to me for a cocktail. It's just a nice green tone.
We're going to put candy corn in it next time.
Yeah. And that's the poisoned apple. Yeah.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
So, is it just because of the green and the red? Is that why you call it the poison apple?
Yeah. So this is, guess how I made this. So during COVID, during quarantine, I was laid off for work for a little bit. And so I decided to buy large amounts of alcohol and make a cocktail every day to keep my amusement.
Just like a new one? Or
a new one every day.
Okay. Like
either there's an app where you can just type in all the ingredients you have and it'll tell you all the things you can make.
Oh, okay. You're just doing alchemy at home.
Yeah.
With liquor.
Just potions. I go like, Mom, try this. Yeah. That's basically what I was doing. And one day I said, I gotta make more an absinthe cocktail. This stuff is strong. And I think even after we're done with this, we're gonna feel something because this is strong stuff.
I don't drink. I feel that already. You've had that since the last Christmas?
Yeah,
So
and I
very
rarely
careful
touch
with
it.
it,
Yeah, and look, I mean, that's just... Look, when I drink it, I drink it with someone.
He didn't even bring this to the Wicked One premiere.
No.
Like, this is some special occasion shit right here.
I know. It's just like, I love showing it off with either a large group of people.
We should have a drink on Halloween with it for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. You ever drink Crystal Head vodka?
No, Dan Aykroyd created that.
It's good. I've got a bottle over there, but it doesn't have liquor in it anymore. But they're pretty good. I prefer it over like Grey Goose and stuff. I think it's smoother. You can kind of drink it. It doesn't burn.
Okay, because I'm not a big vodka drinker. To me, my favorite liquor is rum.
I like Bacardi Superior.
Well, that's just the thing. Drinking it straight. No one should drink liquor straight. Alcohol's supposed
Well,
to
I
be
just
enjoyed.
meant rum and gin. I don't like rum, but I can do Bacardi. Like I can do the clear stuff.
Rule of thumb with making cocktails: whatever alcohol you're mixing it with, 1 part cocktail, 2 parts mixer. You want people to get drunk.
You want to have a good time.
But you want to taste you want to have a good taste, like that jungle juice. I mean, that was a lot. Remember when I made that part of jungle juice?
Yeah.
I made jungle juice with all this alcohol and pineapple juice and all this stuff, and I
talk about alchemy. This dude was just like, "Oh, you got a bottle of something too?"
Yeah.
Pour it.
It was rum. It was everything. It was a green jungle juice. And me and my friend at the time, we cut pineapple slices into marijuana leaves.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a cool party. It was for a birthday party.
So yeah, it was all green with floating pot leaves made out. It was pineapple, right?
Yeah, made out of pineapple pot leaves, shaped pot leaves.
Floating in it. Yeah, it was awesome. It was a good time. I remember that.
Yeah, at parties, I'm the guy who always likes making drinks, making sure everyone's having a fun time because I love making drinks. It's just something I just love to do.
Well, I'm glad you came over.
Yeah.
Let's have another little thing right here real quick.
Yeah.
Another little drink. To you guys. Yep.
6:05 at 6:05.
Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, we'll see you guys.
See ya.
Yeah, this is good shit. Alright. Oh no.
Fuck.
That's where we cut.
Yeah. Oh no.
Episode 2 with Corey Jones, ladies and gentlemen.